Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, hey there, it's Thursday, September 1st, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Just so you know, we're going to be playing hooky on Monday the 5th and taking the Labor Day holiday off, but we will be back in action on Tuesday. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? Another murder in the county. The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating the 10th homicide for 2022. Yesterday morning, they were called to the 400 block of M Street Northeast in Glen Burnie for a reported shooting. When they arrived, they did find Matthew Ponder, 27, of Glen Burnie, in his row home suffering from gunshot wounds. Both police and EMS attempted to save him, but he did die at the scene. Police do say this was a targeted incident and there is no immediate threat to the community. However, they still do not have a suspect or suspects in custody. Some good news from the Annapolis Police Department. On August 3rd, a shooting in the Bay Ridge Gardens apartments left a teen with critical injuries. Through investigation, they determined that the victim was standing with a group of people outside of the apartment and a car rolled up and a group of males got out and started shooting at them. One of the victims rolled into a nearby bush and fired back at the suspects. The police identified that person as a 19-year-old Annapolis man and arrested him on handgun possession charges, and he is being held without bond. However, the group of suspects who initially fired at the group is still at large. So in essence, the police arrested one of the victims of the crime because he too had broken the law by firing back at his assailants. Amazon has announced that they are closing 2 area distribution centers, one in Hanover here in Anne Arundel County and the other one in Baltimore County in Essex. In total, about 350 people will be laid off, 190 of them here in Anne Arundel County. Now, these are the final mile distribution centers where goods will come in and they're loaded onto the smaller trucks to be delivered to residences and businesses. With 190 people facing a layoff, many of which are drivers, I wonder if the schools or the county is looking to them to help out with our school bus situation. Just some food for thought. And Bed Bath & Beyond announced that after a dismal quarter, they are laying off 20% of its workforce and will be closing 150 of its, quote, lower performing stores. They have not released any lists of stores just yet, but based on my last trip there, I suspect that the Annapolis one in the Annapolis Town Center may be on that list. All right, this is a little bit of a deep dive and relatively complicated, and I do have to preface this by saying that I am really digging the new Baltimore banner. If you don't subscribe, do. Or use one of your freebies to read this article on evictions in Anne Arundel County. Some of the factoids that came out of that one: Maryland is one of the easiest and cheapest states to file for eviction, and landlords are actually using the courts to collect past due rent and going directly to evictions. It only costs $15 to file here in Maryland, and it can be done electronically. The average in the nation is $112. Less than 4% of the cases ever end in eviction. In Maryland, for the first half of this year, there were an average of 23,000 evictions filed per month. Pennsylvania filed about 8,000 and Virginia filed about 5,200. Both of those are much larger states. There is a fantastic and drastic and quite scary graphic for this stat. Attorney General Brian Frost tried to usher in legislation to increase the filing fee, but it never made it out of committee. As I said, this is really a deep dive by the Baltimore banner and really quite fascinating to see how slanted the state is toward landlords. That actually kind of surprised me. Take a look at that. Highly recommended. You want to go to thebaltimorebanner.com. Tickets are going fast for the 2022 iteration of Ignite Annapolis. The date is September 22nd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Maryland Hall. The concept is simple. Speakers will get 5 minutes to tell their story with 20 slides that are they designed, but the slides are pre-timed. Guaranteed to be a night that will start conversations and make you think, if not laugh or cry. Tickets are only $10 and available at igniteannapolis.com. And if you do pick up some tickets to the Maryland Seafood Festival at the end of this month, you want to make sure you use the code I5 to save 20% or $5 off of every general admission ticket. That's EYE and the number 5. And that's all I got news-wise. Podcast stuff, Up this weekend on the local business spotlight, Evelyn's, one of my go-to restaurants in West Annapolis for breakfast or a quick lunch. Next weekend, it is Nora Demleitner, the new president at St. John's College. And I hope you've been keeping track of all the bonus podcasts this week. Monday was Stephanie McCannon-Bolster helping us with our post-COVID hangover. Tuesday was Leah and Melanie from the Anne Arundel County Food Bank and Hunger Action Month. Yesterday was Chris and Laura from Rams Head telling us all about the amazing upcoming Annapolis Songwriters Festival. And today at noon, Jan Wood from Luminous/AAMC Foundation and Christine Lasser. And we talk about the Hospice Cup Regatta and the foundation. Lots of good stuff. You want to make sure you check all of them out. There is no Tides and Tunes at the Maritime Museum tonight. We ran out of summer. But fear not, the September Sunsets concert series is starting up on September 8th at the park, which is on the other side of the creek. And that's a wrap for today. As always, thank you for being you. And thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Buster Company, and Alpha Engineering. It's Thursday, and we normally have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes, but because he gets ripped off with all these Monday holidays, we decided to give him the week off this week. He will be back next week. But George from DC MDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that's coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
I keep getting asked, is there a bubble that's about to burst? Thankfully, we don't think so. The market today is much different from the 2009 real estate market. The housing bubble of 2009 was caused by too many people buying homes they simply could not afford. This time around, home buyers have to actually qualify to buy homes and put money down. When the market goes through shifts like they are now, different areas and price points react independently. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who's been through the shift before to guide you with solid, proven advice. This is a time where wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today so we can help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC MDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, September 1st. Welcome to the first day of meteorological fall, and it'll be a nice one with sunshine and mid to upper 80s with more sun and mid to upper 80s every day through the Labor Day weekend, though it could be a bit warmer on Sunday, and we might see a scattered shower or storm in the PM hours both Sunday and Monday, but overall, it's a very nice stretch of weather today through the next week, with the early outlook for temps to be a bit cooler in the 80 to 85 degree range next Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DC MDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
Hello
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's are wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.